All right, we are on our way to South Carolina, Liberty actually, to hopefully pick up a Ford 8N. I believe it's a 1952. It has a side-mounted distributor. It already has a overrun clutch. It has a aftermarket seat on it, so it has a backrest and all that. And it has pretty new tires as well. Obviously, the guy could be lying, but all that it seems to have wrong with it is it keeps burning up points, which can be linked to having it's a 12-volt system. And that can be linked to it having a condenser that needs a resistor and not having the resistor. Well, I already went ahead and ordered new points and stuff for it. I have a condenser that doesn't need the resistor or anything. So we're about 2 hours, 9 minutes out right now. We're already halfway there. We're gonna pick up the tractor, load it up. I have a dual axle trailer before. I installed a brake controller on the truck and raised the rear end up. We're gonna get it loaded up, tied down and everything. Stay in a hotel for the night, head about an hour and a half back right before Charlotte. Stay there for the night, get a good night's sleep, and then head home tomorrow around 9 or 10 o'clock and be home by noon. So we're gonna finish this trip up, hopefully have a successful trip. I'm training this guy 2 riding lawnmowers. I got them running, cleaned out the carburetors, put inner tubes in, cleaned up the decks. One of them I replaced the belt on it, sharpened up the blades and stuff for him, for a pretty darn close to running 8N. So I'll keep you guys updated and all, but we're on our way. So we actually just picked up the 8N. I was a little on edge. I kind of have been the past few days, building up for the trip and all the work I had to do on the truck and everything to get it ready, and it's an older truck. So the 8N's loaded up. The guy that I traded for helped me load it up. He pushed it on the trailer. It's tied down with 2 heavy-duty tie downs. I would have liked to have 4, but the 2 will do for now. I at least went through the precautions and everything to make sure I could pull a double axle trailer with trailer brakes to make sure that braking wasn't an issue. I'm not really having any issue getting started. The double axle trailer, I will admit, is a little harder on hills, trying to get started at stop signs and all that stuff. But besides that, the double axle trailer has pulled wonderful. We were able to go a pretty decent speed on the highway headed there. I'm not going to be going 60, 65 on the way home, probably around 55. But at least we can brake safely. I have my boost turned on the brake controller, so it's braking even better with the tractor behind than it was before. So we have the 8N loaded up and everything, and I'm excited to hopefully be on our way home. Right now we're headed to the hotel. We got about an hour and a half until we get to the hotel. Obviously give or take traffic and all that. But we're on our way to the hotel. I bought locks and stuff, so hopefully no one can steal the trailer. I hope no one wants to steal the junky looking tractor back there. I don't think anyone knows enough about them to really care. But we're basically crossing back over the South Carolina line. We'll be right before Charlotte. That's about it. All right, everybody, so we're actually, we made it back to the hotel and everything. We're here in North Carolina near Kings Mountain and all. We have the tractor all loaded up. What do you guys think? It's a 1952 from my understanding. It has a side mounted distributor. That's really about it. It's got pretty good tires on it. The tires are in real good shape. Everything in the rear, it already has the overrun clutch like I was saying before. All the chains and everything for all this stuff. And he left the arm on it. He actually gave me this big strap, so we use this to tie it down, and the way here it was great. It doesn't appear to be leaking out of the axles or anything. I noticed a little bit of leaking here, so it looks like the air filter, because it's supposed to have oil in the bottom here. It looks like that may have been leaking, but the brakes, the clutch, it went into gear and everything. It has another seat on it, which would be nice for the backrest and all. That's awesome. And then he gave me, I have some pipes and stuff to get that connected there. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. The spark plugs all look in pretty good shape. We'll swap those out at some point. I have new points and a condenser for it. And I also have a new ignition coil for it as well. It has a brand new radiator on the front, and I actually have the grill in here. The only piece it's missing is this top piece that covers the gas can and all. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I just got to figure out this wiring. He said that his son had actually made it so you can't use this for some reason, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. The starter switch, the clutch works, and all that stuff. And it's pretty, like, it's in pretty good shape, to be honest, considering I traded it for 2 lawnmowers. You know, the tire's in real good shape. He said that one seems to lose air, but you can see a little bit of dry rot on the side. These ones, none of these really have any dry rot, just that one. So I may at some point just take it to a shop and get a tube thrown in it, and get it all greased up and everything. And then luckily it has one of these, so I can put a hitch in the front to help move my trailer and everything around. But I don't know, other than that, it's pretty good. I'm really excited to get back home. The trip so far has went really well. The truck's done an awesome job. All the additions and stuff I added onto it are pretty dope, and I'm looking forward to it. So it's about 9 o'clock the next morning, and we are packed up, got everything packed in the truck. We made it a small, like, we packed very little, just brought book bags or iPads, stuff like that. The tractor's all secured down. It made it through the night and all. I did a little research to figure out wiring diagrams and stuff, because I think wiring is really going to be the only thing I have to mess with on it. But besides that, everything looked good. I checked all the fluids and stuff. The transmission fluid is milky, so probably water got into it somehow. So I'm definitely going to drain that. Once I get it, I want to get it running, and then once we get it running, we'll drain it, probably do a tune-up, change the engine oil, all that good stuff, just to make sure it's all fresh. And I'll be storing it indoors anyway, so hopefully we don't have that same issue. The overrun clutch seems to work, the straps are tight, everything on it works. It looks a little rough at the moment. I figure maybe I'll get some Rust-Oleum paint, sand all the stuff down, or use a wire wheel, scrape all the old paint off of it, and just paint it with a paintbrush or something. To get some color back in it. But the main thing is just getting it running. The truck did really well pulling. I checked all the fluids this morning. The oil needs changed in my truck. By the time we get home and everything situated, I'll probably be around 4,500 miles on this oil change. So, but I put the best Valvoline oil you can put, the high mileage stuff. So we'll get that changed out as well. So I have fluids in the tractor to change, fluid in the truck to change, but nothing seems to be leaking from the truck or whatever. It's done amazingly on this trip. The brake controller has been amazing. I'm really grateful. And with the with me raising the truck up, it still has plenty of room to, like, lower itself or run down or whatever. The tires are a little chewed up from our trip from Ohio, and I need to rotate the tires a little bit. But most of the problems are finished. Brittany's ready. We're going to get Starbucks quick, and then we're going to be on our way. So. All right, about 45 more minutes to go. We are stopped getting gas. I had used like probably half a quarter of a tank on the way there, so we had to fill up before we got to where we were picking the end up from, and then so that added some miles and all. So we probably could have got there on a completely full tank and back on a completely full tank, but it's no big deal nonetheless. We're at the gas station getting gas. 3:30. Well, that one's messed up, so I actually had to go to the gas pump next to it, but the tractor's doing well, still strapped up, still tight on the trailer and everything. I noticed it was rocking back and forth a little bit more on the way home than it was on the way there, but it's all good for the most part. We're all Gucci gang and still in gear, so we're all good to go. We're gonna finish this trip out. Got about 45 minutes left. The trailer's done great. The truck has done great. You can see we still got that space, which I'm really happy about. So we're just gonna fill up with some gas and then be on our way home. We're gonna drop the tractor off at my shop in the back. I'm gonna take the trailer to Jeremy's shop. I got an engine hoist and all to return to Joe, one of Jeremy's friends who let us use it when I was rebuilding the Nissan and all. So drop the engine hoist off. So drop tractor off, go to Jeremy's shop, pick up engine hoist, go to Joe's house, drop off engine hoist, and then take the trailer back to Chris. I told him I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I kind of want to not have to drive or do any work or anything over the weekend. So we're just gonna do it this way, and then everything's done for the week and I don't have to worry about anything else. So
Okay, I'm gonna hop off.
What?
I'm gonna hop off.
Okay. You're going to get me like getting off the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I'd bent these. Okay, no, that's how they are. Okay. Whew. Get it.
Careful. That was easy.
What do you think?
I think it's nice.
Not like how you think I look on it.
Oh, handsome.
Whew.
Like a little farmer.
All right, we have the 8N unloaded. I need to load up, well, not load up. I need to put the gate back up, load up the straps and all, unload some of the parts for this. They're not just floating around in the bed of my truck. And then we got a few other stops to make, but this has essentially been our trip to, we drove down to Liberty, South Carolina. It was about 280 miles to pick this tractor up. I traded him 2 lawnmowers. The guy that I did work for, he gave me 4 lawnmowers. I'd been doing work for him and stuff, and he didn't have any use for them. So I got those running, maybe $100 or so in parts, like inner tubes, belts, stuff like that. But this is our new project. This is what I'll be recording. I don't like personally, I haven't enjoyed the video. I've actually been recording the generic tractors and all that I've been working on, but I just didn't like how the videos turned out. And I think that this would be something cool. I bought this in hopes of transitioning more into being able to actually use my tractors to make money. It's supposed to be a hobby. I've been coming here for the past few weeks every single day, and I'm a little sick of it. I'm a little frustrated of it. It's supposed to be a hobby, not a full-time job, but I felt so obligated to get all these tractors and stuff done. I want to be able to work on my own stuff, get my own stuff finished, and actually do work with my own stuff. So with this tractor, I already have a bunch of people lined up to do some box blading for. I want to get a brush hog for it. I want to get a platform for the rear and maybe be able to cut down trees and load it up on it and take them out for people. But first things first is just getting it running and stuff, which is not going to be today. We got some stuff to do, and that'll probably be Monday. I'd kind of like to recover. It's been a very long trip and a long journey. But we'll go from there, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is part 1. Part 2 will be on its way soon of me getting it running and all. And we'll just take it bit by bit and piece by piece. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, rating down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later.